Hey everybody. So today we're going to work on ABGs. Now let me tell you, if you already understand ABGs, how to calculate them using the Rome method, stop the video and don't watch anymore because I don't want to confuse you. But I get so many students in my office after trying their best after lecture or before a lecture or whenever the case may be, reaching out to me, needing help calculating ABGs. But just to forewarn you, if you understand how to calculate them already, if you got it in class, it makes sense to you, and you're using the Rome method, stop the video and don't watch any further. I promise it will just confuse you because it's totally different. My brain literally cannot grasp the Rome method. It doesn't work in my brain. I am very visual in my learning style, and so when I think of the Rome method, the way that it has been explained to me, I literally cannot understand it. So I don't tutor helping students using the Rome method because I don't understand it myself. So I had to find something different. So this has nothing to do with me thinking the Rome method is bad. It's just my learning style does not work with that method. So turn it off if you already feel good about it. My email is just going off left and right. I'm sorry for the email sounds happening right now. So if you are still having trouble after going to class, after looking on other YouTube sites, after doing your assignments or trying to do your assignments, stick around because this is a totally different way of thinking about it. I hope this helps. It's going to be a little bit longer because of the nature of how this is going about. It just takes a little bit longer to talk about it. So I'm going to try and break the video up so it's not one huge long video. So just kind of skip around as you need to. I already have a video talking about what ABGs mean, like the who cares in real life, talks about real life compensation and why that happens. So that is already on the YouTube channel. I will also give your instructor the link for that. So if you're still having issues understanding the real life application of what it all means, I would suggest you go and look at that video as well. That is, I think, 30 minutes. This type of content is not like a, hey, get through it in a jiffy. It's not going to be that quick. Okay, enough of that. So, really there's only 4 numbers you have to memorize. Just 4. So, and these tend to, if you haven't noticed, nursing repeats a lot of numbers, well, medicine in general, but here's the 4 numbers to remember. 35 and 45, 22 and 26. So I'm gonna write the normals up here using those 4 numbers. So your pH is 7.35, 7.35, so there's your 35, to 7.45. There's your 45. So 35 to 45. There's the first time it shows up. So your pH likes to be in that range. If your pH is 7.35, it's considered normal. If your pH is 7.45, it's considered normal. Yes, it's on the outer edges of normal, but normal is normal. So if your pH is lower than 7.35, you would be more acidic. And if it was higher than 7.45, you would be alkaline. So I'm going to draw a red line pointing this way, and I'm going to put an ACID, the word acid right there. So if you're less than 7.35, you're considered acidic. If you're more than 7.45, you're considered alkaline. I'm going to put base just so that there's not 2 A words up there. So base and alkalinity, same deal. So if you're more than 7.45, you're basic. And I'll put here alkaline. So if I have a pH of 7.5, 7.5 is more than my 7.45, so I would be alkaline or basic. If I was a 7.2, that it falls before 7.35, so I know that that's acidic. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. So 35 and 45 show up here. Same thing for your CO2, but I want you to pay attention how I write this. So pH, 7.35 to 7.45. CO2 is 35 to 45. Now, why did I make a big deal about that? Is because your brain wants to think this way, like lower number to higher number. It does work for your pH. So 7.35 to 7.45, and then that 35, 45 replicates again down here, 35 to 45. So if my CO2 is more than 45, right? If it's in this direction, more than 45, let's say if it's 50, I'm acidic. If it's less than 35 on this side, this way, I'm alkaline or I'm basic. So if I had a CO2 of 30, 30 is less than 35. It would be over here on the alkaline side. If I had a CO2 of 62, that's more than 45, and that would happen to be over here. So if there's any place that you're going to mess up on ABGs with this method, it's right here. So remember, 7.35 to 7.45 is your pH. 35 to 45 is your CO2, setting up that way. So really, I've only used two numbers so far, 35 and 45. Your other two that I want you to remember is 22 to 26, and that's your bicarb. So bicarb is 22 to 26. So if I had a bicarb of 31, that's more than 26. That would be alkaline. If I had a bicarb of 18, 18 is less than 22, that leans on this side, right? So that would be acidic. So just that alone is only 4 numbers, and these are your normal ranges. pH 7.35 to 7.45. It can be 7.35 or 7.45 and still be normal. If it's 7.46, now I'm alkaline. Or if it's 7.34, now I'm acidic. Your CO2 is 35 to 45. If it's less than 35, I'm alkaline. If it's more than 45, I'm acidic. And your bicarb is 22 to 26. Less than 22 is on the acid side. More than 26 is on the base side. Okay, that's the beginning part. That's where we start.